Let's take a look at the chords for this song. Now, when I say chords, those actually don't come into play for a little bit. Our whole first intro of a verse and everything that we sing is going to be really octave heavy, all right? And that's going to be in our left hand as we do this. So right away from the beginning, we're just playing these bass notes with nothing in our right hand through pretty much the entire first verse. So big octave spreads in the left hand going from an F. And you'll notice one thing that gives a little added depth to it is to add then the fifth of the chord in there. So it's octaves plus a little fifth in the middle. So out of an F chord, it's F, C, and F, all right? And then that pattern, you just kind of hold that shape in your left hand, moving around on these chord changes. So F, and then it's to a big C. And this goes back and forth, F, and then to C. So you're doing a lot of lifting and moving. F to C, and now to a G. And come up on the G on that. Don't go down to a low one. That'll be too muddy in the sound. That goes all the way through, and as quick as those chords move, we'll look at the rhythm on those. We're really following a lot of the lyrical movement. So F to C to G, and it goes all the way through. Now we come in with our right hand chords at the very last few chords of the verse, okay, on the C. And we voice it out with still the big octave and a fifth in our left hand, but now out of the C chord, C, E, G, normal notes that we use, but we're gonna play E and C. We're using bits and pieces of the C chord in our right hand. It gives it a big open voicing sound. E to a C. Okay, that lets us move then when we need to a C suspended. And that's going to be just moving our thumb from the E to the F. That's the regular C, C suspended, back to C. Those happen very, very quickly as you work your way into the chorus. So C, suspended C, suspended C, suspended C, and then you're into the chorus. And now, what we do for the chorus actually is not playing chords. This is right away where we start introducing our right hand octave melody. And we're following the melody that is sung. So you can use your ear a little bit for this, but we're going to walk through the notes. We want to be very precise on this. So build your kingdom here. We start up on high Cs. No fifths with this. We're just doing the C to C octave. So build your, and then B on the kingdom, dum, here, back to C, all the way down to a G, and then A, G, and then an E. So that was A, G, E. So you have to do a lot of lifting of your hand and make it as smooth as you can. Okay, so that whole sequence again on the C, 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 B, B, C, G, G, A, G, E. And that really is the basis of the melody. We repeat that. Second line, C, C, B, B, and then C, back to G. But now we move upwards, A, and then C. And here's a little bit of a tricky part on the lyric land. So C to B. And you have to move pretty quick. Land. It's two syllables broken up on that word that you're following, going from a C to B, okay? You'll notice for me, I'm using thumb and pinky, the first and the fifth, all the way up here. And to come down to the B, I'm trying to spread out to my thumb and fourth. That lets me get to it quicker, rather than trying to lift my pinky to the new position. That may be difficult, depending on the size of your hand and how much you practice octaves and the strength that you feel. It's something to work towards, but if it's not attainable, then just keep it, first and fifth. But it can be a little smoother if you go this, first, fifth, to first and fourth. Okay? So that takes us all the way through the melody that we use in the chorus. You're just going to repeat what we just looked at, ending that, and then you would come back to pray at the very end of the chorus, going through the verse 2 again, and then we hit the second chorus. We repeat using these high octave notes and so on and so forth. And then at the end, when we go into the bridge, right away, we're going to continue using the octave spread in the right hand. And we're going to come down and play what is this kind of top melody note. Even though it's not words that are sung, this whole instrumental bit, we come down and start on an E. Okay, the chord itself is a C chord. The melody note that we're playing, E. And so we'll kind of follow now the melody of this instrumental. So it's 2 measures of a C, so it's like a C suspended, or C to C suspended to C. We're on the E to D, and then up to a G, and then for an A chord on the 3rd measure, we're actually playing an A note. Okay, so A, G, A, G, E, D, E, G, A, G, A. All right, that's the first 2 lines of that instrumental. So I'll play all the that all the way through here. So we've got on the beginning of that instrumental, 1, 2, 3, 4, E, D, E, G, A, G, A, G, E, D, E, G, A, G, A. Now 3rd line, we walk up to B, C, A, C, A, and then on the F chord, C, D, C, D, and then A minor chord, E in the right hand, D, E to the G, all the way resolving back to that C chord, but you're on a G way up here in the right hand. So that gets quite high as you're spread it out. So let's play that 3rd and 4th line all the way through again. You're on that A, all right? Walking up to the B, C, this is 3rd line, A, C, A, C, D, C, D, E, D, E, G, G, okay? Right away after that though, you have to be ready to come back to the melody of the chorus. So it connects really, really quickly out of that bridge to come back to it. All right, so that is a lot of octave work that you have to kind of learn that melody to be able to follow along with that. You don't want to be playing different notes while the notes being sung are, really obvious, and it's, going to show that your rhythm and the notes that you're playing right hand need to sync together pretty well. Okay, so practice along with the track, work it through several times as you need to really lock in the melodies of the right hand. Okay, the left hand chords, just kind of keep it simple, you're following the movement, but then it's the right hand that's going to kind of really stand out as you go through it.